welcome to my channel Creative Art. I am Nilima and today we are going to make this beautiful sculpture painting. For this painting friends, I have just used two very simple techniques. The first one is to make the dual color flower and leaves, and the second technique is to make these small beautiful yellow and golden color flowers. So friends, do watch the complete video to make it yourself, and do subscribe my channel friends for more creative art painting videos, and do press the bell icon to get notification for each video I post every week. All the materials to do this beautiful sculpture painting are listed in the description box below with their links from where you can also buy them. So let's quickly check out all the materials now friends. For this painting friends, first of all I'm going to use a base which is a round cut MDF board of 20 cm in diameter, which is this one, and crackle paste to create these beautiful crackles. Next we are going to need sculpture paste and palette knives. So for making the leaves I have used seaweed color and rosewood color. For making the bigger flower I have used a red velvet and strawberry soubrette. For making the small flowers I have used pineapple swill, and for making the big flower and these small tiny ones I have used golden canary. So these may be different names for the shades, but it's simply like green, light yellow, dark yellow, pink, red and brown colors. Other than that, I have also made use of a neon pink color mixing with strawberry soubrette to get this light pink shade, and portrait pink color to do the side finishing work. And for the palette knives, I have used palette knife number 1002 for the leaves, palette knife number 1027 and palette knife number 10 for the bigger flower, and palette knife number 5 for the small tiny flowers here. So let's start now friends. This time friends, we are going to reuse one of my old canvas board, and first of all we are going to use pink color. This is pink 80, and using a flat hair brush I'm going to color the complete canvas board as pink. Always remember, when you're coloring a board, also remember to color the sides of the board in this way. Now I will let it get dry for 5 to 10 minutes. Now friends, the color is dry and our base is ready to use. So now I'll start preparing it by using crackle paste. So this is one of the best mediums to get natural looking crackles. So this box was sealed. Let's take it out. This is how it looks. It's best if you use it using a palette knife. So I'm going to take out just a little amount that I'm going to need for my base. I always like to pre-mix any kind of base when I take it out. So I'm going to do the same with this one so that I won't get any kind of bubbles or chunks of paste while I'm doing this. Till the paste is ready, let's just start the application. If you apply a thick amount of paste on your base, it will give you bigger cracks, and if you mount a thin layer, it will give you smaller cracks. So on the edges, I'm going to apply a lot of amount to get bigger crack. Just spread it gently in this way. Okay, now let's try spreading it evenly. So I think the paste is spread evenly. I'm going to wait for 24 hours and then you'll get this kind of beautiful crackling effect. For this base friends, I have used a round MDF board of 20 cm in diameter and have used a black paint as my primer on the MDF board, and then I have used the same crackling medium, and after 24 hours I have got this kind of beautiful crackling effect on my base. So now friends, we're going to start painting on this base and wait for this one to crackle so that we can use it in our next painting. So now friends, as our base is ready, let's start the sculpture painting. First of all, I have taken here two colors. The first one is seaweed and the second one is rosewood color. Gently spread them out. I have already done the mixing part, and now I'm starting to scrape the color in my palette knife number 1002. So as you know, this has a arrow top. I'm going to scrape the color from both the sides here, and now I'm going to take some of the rosewood color first on the left side, then on the right side. Clean the top a little bit. I don't like rough edges. And then place it gently on my base. So here you can see, friends, that we have got a green leaf with the rosewood color on the edges. So this is the kind of leaf I want for this painting, a two shaded leaf. So again, I'll start scraping color. One side, again second side. Let's take some rosewood color. When you have this sharp and tight, place it. Beautiful, right? Each time remember to clean your palette knife, mix some color if needed. Isn't it the simplest way to place leaf? Just scrape the color in this way, then scrape off some other side, add any color you like, and then make the leaf. So I'm going to make a few leaves on this part, then few on this part. I think these many are enough. They look beautiful. Now let's start mixing sculpture paste for the flowers. Now that our base is ready, let's start preparing our sculpture paste. So first of all, I'm going to show how to mix the sculpture paste, and for that I'm going to use a red velvet color. Open the cap, take out your sculpture paste using a palette knife. I'm using palette knife number 4 and I'm going to take quite an amount. It's a beautiful color. Always remember, friends, the first rule, take only the amount of sculpture paste you need to make your art piece, and then close the box so that rest of the amount remains sealed. Now using your palette knife, mix your sculpture paste till it becomes smooth and ready for the painting. Firstly, I like to cut the complete paste into small pieces in this way, and then slide it so that each part gets mixed up in each other. Do this thing till you get a fine paste. If you think that you need a little bit more brighter of this red, you can add just a little bit of red acrylic color. I'm going to add only this much. There are also powdered pigments available to use as colors for sculpture paste, but for now I'm going to use just the normal acrylic paint. I feel that our sculpture paste is almost ready, and you'll feel it when you drag your palette knife through the sculpture paste and you see this kind of smooth laying out of the sculpture paste. That's when your sculpture paste is ready to do the sculpture painting. So I'm going to keep it aside now. Now friends, I'm using a rose blush sculpture paste. Take it out. That will make it alright. So our leaves are done, and I have already prepared the paste I need for making the flower. So here I have light pink and here I have a red velvet. So in some parts I'm just going to mix both of them, and some parts it's just going to be plain. Firstly, I'm going to use my palette knife number 1027 and I'll start scraping red color in this way. Then I'll start scraping my next color from this side. Again, I'll smoothen it and start scraping the color. Feel I have enough color in my palette knife, so let's place it. Beautiful. Always remember to scrape out your extra color, and then again I'll place it in this way. As this is a petal shaped palette knife, so I really get good edgings. I'll place it in this way. Now it's time to use my second knife, and this is how I'm using it. Now I'm going to use my palette knife number 10 and place a spare petal in this way. Okay, then what you have to do is bring near the petal, lift it up and place it where you want it to be. Place it to form a petal. Now after making the half part of the flower, I'm going to use a ceramic cone which looks like this, and I'm just going to make few pollens. It is very liquidy. So now let's make our next petal. Here we have both the colors ready. Spread it and then place it on an empty space in this way. Using a second knife, gently start carving it. Lift in your palette knife and place it. Now friends, I'm going to start placing petals in the reverse direction. So this is how you have to carve out a new petal, and if it's not very dry, you can also lift it using your fingers and place it. Gently I would like to place it using palette knife, but few times I do use my fingers. I'm going to consider this part as my center of the flower. Now start placing the petals accordingly. Now one by one I'll just start placing the petal. In the same way I have made more petals. Let's just lay them down exactly where we want. For these petals friends, you may have noticed that I have used more of red color because these are the outside petals, so I want them to be darker in look. I feel this is good, exactly how I want it to be. And now I'm going to use this kind of ready-made pollen to place in the center part of our flower. So first of all, spread the pollen in this way. Be gentle, and here is already a paper packing, so I'm going to make use of it by cutting half of the paper packing. Gently spread the pollens, and I'll make use of tweezer. Hold the pollens in this way and push it inside the flower. I feel it looks good. If you want to top up with few more pollens, you can top it up. According to me, it looks good in this way. Now here I'm using golden canary sculpture paste to make some small flowers. So using a palette knife number 5, I'll spread it. I have already mixed it well, so I'll directly spread it. And now I'll start scraping the color just from one side in this way till I get a petal shape on the back side of my palette knife, and then place it gently in this way. You can reshape it. I'm going to make few more. You can also do it from the other side in this way. Making the small flowers are really very easy friends. Just scrape out the color and start scraping it from one side, just from the top edge of the palette knife, and you will easily get a simple and beautiful petal on the back side, which you can place it in this way. Let's just make 5 petals first. Each time before scraping the sculpture paste, clean your palette knife in this way and then start the process. We have 5 beautiful petals. Let's start placing them. Just gently lift it up in this way and place it where you want to make the flower. And then placing the final piece in this way. So in the same way friends, you can make more bigger petals, and you can create them in the same way looking like this of 2 colors. So I'm going to start placing them. This one, I want it to be here. These petals are made in the same way as I have shown you to make this small flower. I think we could add some more flowers. These petals are made the same way we made petals for the small one. Just for these ones I have used 2 colors of sculpture paste. Now after making the petals, I'm going to place them one by one. I think this looks enough. I can add 1 or 2 more flowers on this side in the same way. But before that, let me show you how you can place pearls. I do have few pearls, so let's place few pearls in the center because they really look very pretty. I'm using a glue in the center to place pearls. So here I have taken few pearls in my hand and using tweezer I'm going to place them. In the center of the flower. As this glue will dry transparent, so you won't be able to see this glue when it gets dry. Looks quite beautiful. In the same way, I'm going to make few more flowers using a light yellow sculpture paste. Now let's just start placing few petals. Now friends, our sculpture painting part is finally completed and this is how beautiful it looks. I did attempt to do different border techniques using ceramic cone, this time using acrylic color this side, but because we have done crackling effect for the base, the cone work or the stencil doesn't suit or even the pearls. So here I have got a new technique to do is by using acrylic color. I'm going to do this type of border, just a simple shading. So for this painting I'm going to use portrait pink color. Just take it on one side in this way and then using a paintbrush start covering the edges of the painting in this way. And once you have done doing the border part, just using your paintbrush lift up the color inside in this way. Now friends, this is how beautiful our sculpture painting looks when it is finally completed and dry. I have placed it in this way. You can place it in any direction as you like. You can also frame it using a box frame. So friends, do give it a try, make it yourself and do tell me in the comments below how did you like my videos friends. And if you do like my videos, please do like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching.